Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the side. Bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. A first down for the offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off.
You know, you hear a lot about pre-game jitters and nerves. I'm not sure if the quarterback really felt fully convinced that's where that ball should have gone, David, because that just looked shaky from the get-go.
Yeah, and I think your goal as an offensive coordinator, there's so many offensive coordinators across the country, what do they tell us? I got to get my quarterback in a rhythm, make it easy on him early. That wasn't it. You could tell a little bit of confusion, and that's the opposite of getting him in a rhythm. Now you got him in a funk to start this game, and the defense gets a takeaway on play one.
The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the running back. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
To throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
And I'll tell you what, I like this defense's game plan right here. Drop back, make sure I got the sticks covered. If they want to throw it below the sticks, I'm going to come up and tackle you and make sure I get you to fourth down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to try to return this one. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get level.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. He's going to run it.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Trying to find his man on first down. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Now facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Looking to scramble. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And more yards after contact. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. The corners are walked up tight. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to blow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Wants to fire on second down. Dances away from the heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And that is back-to-back sacks. You get down here on this part of the field, man, you want to keep going forward. You want to make sure you put yourself in a good situation. Hopefully to go for it if you need to on fourth down. But now you're putting yourself really behind the 8 ball with back-to-back sacks.
Third and goal coming up here. The DBs will back off a bit. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that field goal is going to tie us up here in the first quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game.
The expressway is wide open. The 30. Running inside the 20. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed, cross the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown Sooners! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma 10, Alabama 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's loose. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
No, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On second down, he's looking downfield. With the catch, it's Haynes. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Keeps looking downfield. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to it.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready, did not make a good throw.
Direct snap. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Going to the ground. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
Pick up on the 6. 3rd down coming up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Hawkins. He'll throw it, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a move. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
The give is to Miller. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Extending the play. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Give to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. They'll try the run. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll let one go down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Calls his own number. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. These corners going to give them some space. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He uncorks one deep. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Oklahoma 17, Alabama 10.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Going for the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Touch pass on the run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Picks up 3. Brings up third down.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Finds his big tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Looking for room. It's Haynes. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's the handoff. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again.
And the ball is free on the pitch. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Good teams find ways to win and bad teams find ways to lose, and that's an example of that right there. You need a touchdown to tie or take the lead here in the second half. You've got a golden opportunity down in the red zone. You just can't put it on the ground.
To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going. Offense, they've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Oh, it's a reverse. Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. Touchdown Sooners. And once he got loose, it was all over. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, the defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 24, Alabama 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Milroe. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Feeling some heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. To the air, it's Hawkins. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the field goal unit is on the field. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 30. Oh, look out. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bama.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The AT unit on the field. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean,
he's going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 14, set to kick this one away.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
On the option. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team. And that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.